If someone earning an average wage wanted to match Xi Jinping's control over China, they'd need to work forever. Because this isn't just about money or prestige, it's about ultimate power, luxury in symbolism, and a legacy writ large. In 2025, Xi stands at the summit, President of the People's Republic of China, General Secretary of the Chinese Communist Party, Chairman of the Central Military Commission. He has merged the state, the party, and military under one roof. In this episode of Grade Luxury, we go behind the curtain. How a sent-down youth became the architect of China's next chapter, rich in history, strategic in politics, dripping in luxury symbolism. Born 15th June 1953 in Beijing, Xi Jinping's path was marked early by turbulence. His father, Xi Zhongxun, was a veteran revolutionary, but the Cultural Revolution turned that pedigree into liability. Youthful Xi was sent to the remote village of Liangjiahe in Shanxi province, living in a cave, digging wells, working the soil. That era did more than humble him. It crafted his identity. Resilience, humility, loyalty to the party. Yet behind the modest exterior lay elite lineage, the so-called princeling class. A perfect mix of insider privileges and outsider struggle. While other leaders flaunted yachts or mansions, Xi's luxury was hidden, the power that comes from survival and control. His story is not just about wealth, it's about legitimacy. As China moved into the reform era under Deng Xiaoping, the provinces became launchpads for rising stars. Xi accepted assignments away from the spotlight, Hebei, Fujian, Zhejiang. He quietly built networks, gained experience, and avoided scandal. In Fujian and Zhejiang, he oversaw trade zones, infrastructure builds, and became known for governance effectiveness. In 2007, Shanghai, a hotbed of money and power scandals, became his stage. Tackling corruption, restoring order, Xi's reputation surged. By late 2007, he entered the Politburo Standing Committee, setting the stage for national ascendancy. The luxury here wasn't marble-floored boardrooms. It was political currency, earned quietly but decisively. When Xi reached the top in 2012 to 2013, his first mission was consolidation. The anti-corruption campaign knocked down tigers and flies, both high-ranking generals and local cadres. This cleared room for loyalists. Simultaneously, luxury began adopting a new face. You won't see flashy cars or billionaire mansions in the headlines, but the corridors of power at Zhongnanhai, the exclusive compound in Beijing, remain the ultimate zone of prestige. State banquets, high-level diplomacy, palace architecture, they become the silent luxury that underscores status. While ordinary Chinese were urged to live modestly, the elite lived in privilege that rarely surfaced. Xi's luxury was invisible but total. In 2018, the state removed presidential term limits. Xi could now stay in power indefinitely. His ideology, Xi Jinping thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics for a new era, was enshrined in the party constitution. The party's decision-making architecture, the Politburo Standing Committee, the Central Committee, the Central Military Commission. Xi controls them all. He holds the triple hat: party boss, state president, military chairman. All roads lead to him. Luxury here isn't about what you buy, it's about how many levers you pull. 2025 is a critical pivot year for China. The 14th five-year plan concludes. The 15th is in drafting, and under Xi's watch, the focus shifts to tech dominance, supply chain resilience, and self-reliance. But luxury for a leader has shifted. It's not only palaces, it's mega projects. The high-speed rails, free trade zones, digital infrastructure, green energy. These are the new status symbols of a superstate. Yet beneath the shine, demographic decline, property slump, youth unemployment. If the luxury of power is maintained, Xi's legitimacy is assured. If it falters, the optics of elite luxury will raise questions. On the global stage, Xi's luxury is diplomatic theater. Visits to Russia, Central Asia, Southeast Asia marked by pomp and precision. In 2025, his state visit to Moscow during the Victory Day parade underscored strategic alliance. On the global stage, Xi's luxury is diplomatic theater. China's Belt and Road, its push among global South nations, and its tech investments are soft power, and they carry the sheen of luxury influence. But underneath, strategic competition with the US, rare earth export standoffs, tariff wars. Luxury diplomacy isn't about who has the biggest yacht. It's about shaping global rules and agendas from the top table. Xi's removal of term limits, his consolidation of the elite, and the crafting of his ideological mantle point to a long-term rule, possibly well into 2035 and beyond. But with absolute power comes absolute expectation. Luxury. The elite compounds, the state aircraft, the symbolic monuments. They're all on the line if success erodes. If the economy stalls or technology decouples, the narrative of China Dream will strain. And in a country where status is tightly controlled, the luxury of power demands results. This is the paradox. The richer the symbolism, the greater the risk. Xi Jinping's rise is a masterclass in elite convergence, politics, history, luxury, wrapped into one narrative. He didn't just climb to the top, he redesigned the ladder. If you're intrigued by the hush of power, the gleam of sanctioned luxury, and the stories beneath the surface, subscribe to Grade Luxury. Because here, luxury isn't just what you see, it's who gets to see it.